Hello, viewers, and welcome back to this Halloween edition of the Grass and Graves channel. Jane Surrogate Merrill and Duncan Miner were only children living in Natchez when Reverend Dana came to town in 1866. He came to minister to the Trinity Episcopal Church, having just completed a long position as the rector of the Christ Church in Alexandria, Virginia. Such a distinguished appointment allowed him to enter Natchez society as a celebrated member, and when his son Richard was born in 1871, he too was accepted into the most elite company in the city. His father died 2 years later, and Dick was raised comfortably by his mother. When she passed away in 1885, Dick attended Vanderbilt and then returned home to become the master of Glenwood. His dream was to become a concert pianist, as he had always shown a great musical talent. As a young man, Dick became friends with Jane, or Jeannie as she preferred to be called, and Duncan. Jeannie Merrill had been born in 1864 and was a beautiful young woman. She was raised by her wealthy father and enjoyed all the conveniences that money could offer. She was also well liked in Natchez, despite the fact that her father had been a staunch supporter of the Union during the Civil War. He befriended General Ulysses S. Grant, and thanks to this, was able to preserve his vast holdings during the war. When Grant became president, he appointed Merrill to the position of Minister to Belgium. Jeannie accompanied her father to Europe and mingled with both aristocrats and royalty, including Queen Victoria. When Jeannie's father became ill, he resigned his ministry, and the family returned to Natchez. Duncan Miner was born in 1862, and like Jeannie, who was his cousin, he was raised by a wealthy family that somehow also escaped the ravages of the war. He and Jeannie were childhood friends, whose romance was rekindled after Jeannie returned home from Europe. Romance came for Dick in the form of a young woman named Octavia Dockery. She had been born in Arkansas in 1865 at the Lamartine Plantation, but like many other Southern families, the Dockerys had suffered greatly as a result of the Civil War. In 1877, Octavia's father moved his entire family to New York, where he did quite well in business. Octavia attended the fashionable Comstock School for Young Ladies and remained in New York until the death of her mother in the 1880s. Shortly after, her older sister Nydia married a Mississippi planter, and she accompanied the couple to Natchez, where she entered the city's society. Octavia was remembered as a dashing redhead who defied local convention. She was the first woman in Natchez to ride astride a horse instead of the proper saddle side. She also became a well-known poet and writer who was widely published and enjoyed a full and active social life. During the 1890s, new and renewed friendships blossomed between Dick, Octavia, Jeannie, and Duncan. The four of them became the best of friends. They were wealthy and attractive members of the new Southern aristocracy, admired and envied by many. Jeannie and Duncan became the city's most beloved couple, while Dick and Octavia became renowned for their poetry readings and piano recitals. It seemed as though nothing could go wrong. However, strange circumstances awaited them.